ActiveCampaign is more than just another email marketing platform. What makes ActiveCampaign stand out from the rest is its dynamic sales and marketing tools designed to grow and scale your business from a startup to a large enterprise. You can simply engage in all your important sales and marketing activities from one platform, which will ultimately provide an excellent experience for your growing teams and customers. Okay, so before you go ahead and launch into ActiveCampaign, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge, and tools to help your small business thrive online. And with that happy note out of the way, let's go ahead and get you up and running with ActiveCampaign. Okay, so to get started with ActiveCampaign for free, simply head over to your browser and type in activecampaign.com, or feel free to click the link in our description below this video, and that's going to allow you to claim a 14-day free trial, meaning that you can test out all the sales and marketing tools that ActiveCampaign has to offer before deciding on the plan that's right for you. And today I'm going to dive in and show you how you can get started with both ActiveCampaign's marketing and sales features and tools. Okay, so like I mentioned, to claim your 14-day free trial, simply navigate over here and add your business email address, then go ahead and click on Get Started and navigate through the simple step-by-step process of setting up your account. I've already got my ActiveCampaign account set up and ready to go, so I'll meet you inside. Okay, so here we are inside my fresh ActiveCampaign account. Now, before we dive in and navigate through ActiveCampaign, what we want to do is quickly take a look at pricing. Now, like I mentioned, after the 14-day free trial, you will need to select a plan. And for small businesses that just want to engage in marketing-based activities, then the light option is for you. This gives you access to basic email marketing activities for building your business. However, if you want to access more advanced marketing features, then you will need to upgrade to the Plus or Professional plan. And I'll talk more about ActiveCampaign's marketing features and tools in this tutorial. Next, we want to take a look at sales. If we click here, you can see that ActiveCampaign has a sales pricing. This means if you want to engage in CRM and sales related activities, then you can choose just a sales-based plan. This means you can purely use ActiveCampaign to manage your sales activities, like managing your sales pipelines, your processes, your sales automation, contacts, accounts, and more. Again, if you're a small business and you just want to use ActiveCampaign to manage your sales process and other CRM related activities, then the Plus plan is for you. However, if you're a growing team and you want to get more out of your sales process, then this Professional plan may be best for you. Now, if you currently do not have a marketing platform and you do not have a sales CRM or a sales platform, then you might want to use ActiveCampaign to manage both your marketing activities and sales activities. This is where bundles come in. Then here you have the option to select a bundled plan based on the requirements of your organization. Are you after a marketing platform and sales platform? Then you can take both these tools and features together inside ActiveCampaign as a bundled package. Okay, so that's a brief breakdown of the pricing options. Let's head back to our ActiveCampaign account. So what exactly is ActiveCampaign? Is it a sales platform? Is it a marketing platform? What is it? Well, I see ActiveCampaign as a hybrid sales and marketing platform that operates first as an all-in-one email marketing platform with the integration of sales-based tools, which we'll talk more about in this tutorial. And just quickly, what can we do with ActiveCampaign? Well, you can engage in email marketing and you can also engage in email communication directly with your contacts. You can also set up SMS campaigns, build forms and landing pages, as well as set up email automation. And you can see how your marketing is performing with advanced tracking and reporting. And that's the marketing side. Now, in terms of the sales-based activities, you can engage in CRM-related activities. You can manage your deals pipeline, as well as contacts and accounts. And you can even manage your tasks inside ActiveCampaign. And not to mention, you can integrate ActiveCampaign with all your favorite tools and apps. Okay, so let's dive in. The first thing that we want to do is navigate over to Contacts. Click here. And this is where we can add and manage our contacts, accounts, and lists. In terms of adding your existing contacts inside ActiveCampaign, you can navigate down and request a migration. This allows you to move your old contacts from your previous provider into ActiveCampaign. You also have the option to import your contacts if you have a list of your existing contacts, or you can add your contacts manually. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to quickly go ahead and manually add a contact. I'm going to quickly add the contact's details, And as you can see, once you've added the contact's details, you can also add the associated account. Now, this example contact, Sam, is the owner of Example Business, so that's the name of this account. And you can see the account owner is myself, and the job title is owner. So Sam is the owner of Example Business. And this is optional to add an account that's associated with your contacts. Okay, so once you've added your contact, come down and click on Add. And once you've added your new contact, you have 4 options down here. You can add your contact to a list, you can add that contact to a deal, a stage in your sales pipeline, and you can also add tags or advanced list options. I'm going to leave this for now and click on Apply. And as you can see, we now have 2 contacts. We have my contact, and then we have the contact that we added manually. Now what we can do is navigate over to email, and we can send emails directly from inside ActiveCampaign. We do not need to leave ActiveCampaign in order to engage in direct emails. All you need to do is navigate up to connect an email address, and that's going to allow you to engage in all your email communication directly inside ActiveCampaign. Okay, so let's exit out of this. And here we have the contact overview. This is where we can edit the record's details. So down here we can manage the record's details. We can also add tags, add a list, and automations down here, and we can also manage tasks associated with this record. We can also add notes, files, and emails down here. If we navigate back up to the top, you can see we can send an email campaign. We can also click on this drop down and send an email, add a task, add a note, add a file, and more down here. These are quick actions for each of our records. If we navigate over to all deals, this is where you can manage the deal associated with this record. At the moment, we haven't added a deal yet. We'll look at this shortly. Okay, so now let's navigate over to lists. At the moment, you can see we only have 1 list for capturing our email contacts. What I want to do is navigate up to Add List, and this list is going to be called Newsletter Subscribers. Then come down and add your website URL. This is important for compliance. Then navigate down to List Description. This is where you want to add a brief description reminding your contacts why they are on your list. Then come down and click Save. And this new list that I just created, Newsletter Subscribers, is going to be used to manage all my contacts that want to be part of my newsletter that I send out every week. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go ahead and add another list. And I'm going to quickly navigate through the same process to create another list, however this time for my sales leads. Okay, so as you can see, I've quickly gone ahead and added another list, sales leads. This list is for managing our contacts that are interested in our services and for those leads that we want to nurture through our sales pipeline. Okay, now if we navigate up to accounts, and similar to contacts, this is where you can add your accounts. You can also import accounts and essentially manage your different accounts within this section. Then under manage, we have a few other ways to manage our contacts, accounts, and lists. Here we can manage and add tags to our contacts. We can customize fields as well as manage scoring and more database options down here. Then down here we can view reporting as our contact list grows. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly navigate up to contacts and then click on this record here. And I'm going to add this contact to a list. And this contact is interested in our weekly newsletter, so I'm going to add them to this list. Okay, so now what we want to do is navigate over to campaigns. And here we can create and customize our first email campaign. Go ahead and click on Create Your First Campaign. Go ahead and add your campaign name, then come down and choose the type of campaign that you want to create. Now, in terms of engaging in email marketing activities, most marketers or business owners are going to spend most of their time creating standalone email campaigns. These are one-time email campaigns or email broadcasts that you send out to your audience. And I'll also talk more about automations later on in this tutorial. Okay, so we want to send an email campaign, a newsletter, to the newsletter subscriber list that we just created. Once you select standard, simply navigate up to next, then select the list that you want to send this email campaign to, and then click on next. Here we have 3 options for a template type, either email designer, we can choose a pre-made email template, we can also choose text only or custom HTML. Now for email newsletters, email designer is probably the best option. However, if you want to send more personalized emails to your audience, to your email list, then text only is a better option. From an email recipient's point of view, this feels more personalized and similar to any other email that they would receive. Okay, so I'm going to navigate down and click on continue. and we can choose from over 250 professional email templates. Here we have basic email templates that we can choose from. Here we have the weekly newsletter that we could preview and then choose if we like. We can also navigate over to design templates, layouts, and past campaigns. I'm going to select design templates, and these are more advanced template designs. I'm going to navigate over to newsletter. And for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and use this template over here. We can also preview each of these templates before we decide if we want to use and customize that template. Now, if you like, you can also create from scratch. However, if it's your first time building a template using ActiveCampaign, I suggest that you use a professional template. Okay, so for me, I'm going to go ahead and select this template. Here you want to add your from name. Here you can see my from name is Stewart, and next to that I have my business name, so my email recipients know exactly who this email is from. Then select your from email and then add an email subject. And your email subject is one of the most important aspects to creating an email. If people don't click on your email, then what's the point of creating and adding all this value to your emails? So you want to spend time creating an engaging and exciting subject that will drive your email recipients to open your email. Then come down and click on continue. And this is where you can create and customize your email campaign before sending it to your email list. And if you're using a professional email template like I am, all you want to do is simply customize the content that is on this template. You can also delete each of the different elements. Now, it's important to understand the structure of your email campaign. First, we have the structure, and within the structure, you have the container, and within the container, you have blocks, and you can find the blocks over on the right-hand side. Another example is if we navigate down here, you can see that we have the structure. Then within the structure, we have the container. And within this container, we have this block here, another block here, and a block here and down here. You can see that this is a text block within the container, and then we have a button block within this container. To edit each of these blocks, simply click on the block, and that's going to generate the information on the right hand side, the content on the right hand side. You can add the link to this button. We can also change the button label, and we have other formatting options down here. Again, if I click on this block here, this text block, I can simply change the text in here. And then again, I have formatting options down here. So it's really easy to customize your email template. Again, I'm going to click here, and you can see that this is an image. I can simply go ahead and replace this image if I like, or I can completely delete this image by simply clicking delete. Now, if I navigate up here and click on this block here, you can see that that is an image. Now, I can also click on back, and again, that's going to show me the blocks. If I minimize this, I have the structure. I can click on the structure and change the structure. For example, let's navigate down the page, and let's say I want to add this double structure under here. I can drop that structure down here, and I can drag a block over here, or I can quickly click on image, text, or button over here to add either an image, text, or button element. I'm going to navigate over here and click on back, and then come down to blocks. And let's say I wanted to add a video in this section here, and then maybe some text over on this section here. Now all I need to do is click on the block, and I can start customizing it by adding my text in here and then formatting it over on the right hand side. Again, I can do the same with this video block. All I need to do is add the link to the video and then format the way that this video displays on my email campaign. We can also navigate over to global settings, and we can change the overall design of our email campaign. For example, we have general settings. If we navigate down, we can change the style of all our sections, all our headings, as well as buttons and mobile formatting. Okay, so let's navigate back up to the top. Now, if you want to undo a change, simply navigate up to undo or redo. We can also navigate over here and add code into our campaign. And before sending this email campaign, we can preview, and then we can also send a test email. Okay, so once you've spent some time customizing your email campaign, you've also previewed and tested that campaign. We can then save and exit if we're not ready to send this campaign yet, or we can click on next. Then here we have our campaign summary before we go ahead and send this email to our list, to our audience that we selected. Down here, we want to make sure that our subject line, pre-header text, and our from is correct. Then down here, we need to make sure that our email is verified. If you haven't received the verification email, then go ahead and resend the verification email and locate that email and verify your account. Then come down and make sure you have the correct list selected. Also add an email address. This is important for compliance. And then we have a few options down here in terms of tracking and analytics. You always want open and read tracking on, as well as link tracking, so that you can track when an email recipient opens and reads your email, as well as clicks on a link inside your email campaign. You have more options down here. Then you can select a time to schedule this email campaign. Again, you have the option to send a test email if you haven't done so already, as well as preview your email campaign. And then you'll have the option to send this email campaign to your audience. Okay, so for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to simply navigate up to save and exit, because I do not want to send this email campaign to my audience, as my contacts are just example contacts. And that's going to take us back to campaigns, where we can manage all our campaigns. Next, what we want to do is navigate over to the left-hand side and locate website. And here, what we want to do is create a form. Now, you can create a web form that you can then embed onto your website to capture new leads or contacts for your different lists. Or you have the option to create a standalone landing page. So let's navigate through this process, because we want to build up our email list. Go ahead and click on create a new form. Then go ahead and add a form name. Then choose the form type. I'm going to keep inline form selected. Then come down, and here you can select an action. We can add a tag, add to deal, or subscribe to a list. So remember, I can create a form. It could be a booking form or a contact form on my website that then adds that contact to a deal. However, because this is just a form for capturing newsletter subscribers, I'm going to keep subscribe to a list selected, and then select the option, and I'm going to select newsletter subscribers. You also have the option to add another action if you like. For example, if I wanted to, I could click here. Then the other action could be add to deal. And when a website visitor submits this form, that's going to add them to our newsletter subscriber list, and it's also going to create a new deal inside our sales pipeline. So again, this just depends on your marketing and sales process. I'm going to exit out of that and then come down and click on create. And similar to the email campaign builder that I just showed you, you can use this simple drag and drop builder to create your online form. For example, I want to capture the phone number, so I'm going to drag this block and add that below here. And now this web form is going to collect the contact's first name, email, and phone number. We can also add other contact fields if we like, as well as add a custom field. We can also come down and add an account field if we like. For example, if we were capturing leads, then we might want to capture both the contact name as well as the account name. And then we have this other information down here under accounts if we want to capture this information. I'm going to navigate back up to the top and click on style. Simply navigate through the form style as well as the button. And down here, what we want to do is turn off ActiveCampaign branding. And that's going to make our form look a lot more professional on our website. Then navigate over to options. On submit, we want to show thank you, and then this message here, we can also customize this message. And then we have form action. Again, we've already added our form action. However, you can change this if you like. Then once you've created your form, you can select trigger automation. And this is if you've created an automation, and that's going to allow you to use this form to trigger a specific automation. This could be a welcome email sequence or a custom email sequence that you want to create. Then we have integrate. And this is where you can simply take the code and embed the code onto your website, depending on where you want to add your code on your website. You also have access to a link, and that essentially turns your web form into a standalone web form. And you can share this form across your different channels. If you click on WordPress, you can use the ActiveCampaign WordPress plugin to add this form to your WordPress website if you use WordPress. Then we also have Facebook, and here you have the option to add your form to your Facebook page. Okay, so for now, we're going to go ahead and click on save and exit. And this is where we can manage all our online forms that we have created. You can also go ahead and create a new form. Now, if we navigate over to pages, and similar to the process I just showed you, here we can create a standalone landing page using ActiveCampaign. So go ahead and do that if you like. Okay, so next what we want to do is talk about automation. If we click on automations, this is where you can simply create automations for your business. And it's really easy to create automations inside ActiveCampaign. I suggest you watch the interactive demo to navigate through the process of creating your own automated workflow. And what I'll do is add a tutorial down below in the description to help you get the most out of automations if you want to dive deeper and learn more about automations inside ActiveCampaign. Next, we want to spend some time talking about CRM related activities inside ActiveCampaign. First off, what we're going to do is select deals. And we first need to create a sales pipeline. Simply go ahead and click on Add a Pipeline. I'm going to call this Sales Pipeline. Then down here we have Group Access, Default Currency, and Assignment Method. I'm happy with this for now. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add. And here we have 3 simple stages in our sales pipeline. What we can do is go ahead and click on Add a Stage. And I'm going to add Closed 1. And then select this light green color down here and click on Add. And as you can see, we now have 4 simple stages in our sales pipeline. I'm going to add one more stage, and this is going to be Qualified Lead. And then the color, orange, and then Add. And as you can see, we have that stage here. I'm going to click on this stage of my sales pipeline and add that in here. Okay, so this is our sales pipeline. Now you can also customize each of these stages by clicking Edit this stage, or you can delete the stage if you like. So for now, we'll leave it like this. We have To Contact. So this could be a new contact that's interested in our service. Then this stage is all about talking to this particular contact. Here is where we qualify that lead, and that lead is interested in buying. Then we have Follow Up, where we follow up on the contract with the payments, and then Closed and Won, when that deal has been closed and we've converted that contact, that lead, into a paying customer. Now to add a deal, simply click on Add a Deal, or you can come down and manually add a deal down here. For example, I'm going to add a deal to this stage here. Then simply add the new deal details. Then once you've added details like the deal title, the deal value, then the pipeline stage, as well as who's the owner and responsible for this deal, as well as the forecasted close date, and then the deal description, as well as the contact that this deal is associated to and the account if there is one. Then come down and click on Add Deal. And as you can see, we now have our first deal inside our sales pipeline under the stage Qualified Lead. We can also navigate over to Tasks, and we can create tasks associated to deals or contacts or accounts. For example, if we navigate up to Add Task, this could simply be Send Invoice. Then what this task is related to, I'm going to select Deal, and the deal that we just created. What is the task type? We're going to select Email and Assign to Me, as well as the due date and the due time. Then come down and click on Save Task. And as you can see, we now have one task, and this interface allows us to manage all our tasks. We have different filtering options up here, and then we have different actions down here. For example, we can mark this task as complete. If we click on the drop down, we can view deal, or we can delete. Again, you have further options for managing your deals and tasks, like managing fields, deal settings, connected emails, and more. Then you have reporting on your sales processes and tasks. Okay, so let's navigate back over to deals, and you can see that we have a task associated with this deal here. Let's go ahead and click on this deal, and that's going to take us to the records details. You can see the open tasks, the contacts, the recent activity down here associated with this deal, information about this deal, and then additional information like notes, files, and emails. We also have some quick actions like send an email, or with this dropdown we can add a task, add a note, file, or delete this deal. You can also change the deal stage. I'm going to click here and change this deal stage to follow up, and then click on Save Changes. Now I can also navigate back over to contacts, and then click on this contact here, and under this contact record you can see all of this recent activity. You can see the new deal that's associated with this contact, as well as a task, and then more information down here. If I navigate down the page, you can see the related task that's associated with this deal and contact. Again, if we click on all deals, you can manage all the deals associated with this contact. Okay, so let's navigate back over to deals. And remember, you can create a form or a landing page, and even an automation that automatically creates deals or moves your deals through your sales pipeline. Now, if I navigate up to this drop down, we can also go ahead and add another pipeline. Now, it doesn't have to be a sales pipeline. This could be a issues pipeline where you manage all your issues that you receive from customers, or it could be a projects pipeline where you're moving a project through a project development pipeline. So depending on the nature of your business, you can create multiple pipelines. However, that is it for this beginner's tutorial, helping you get up and running with marketing and sales-based activities using ActiveCampaign.
And there we have it, guys. That is it for this ActiveCampaign tutorial for beginners. Now, if you have any questions about ActiveCampaign, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And that way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.